It's always weird to send them to the processor too after you've had them. Like, I mean, I think the more that we raised them, the less like attached we would be to them. You know, we'd be less hands-on with them with each litter. But it's still like, you know, a good, I mean, it's definitely like a somber day when you take them to the processor. And I think that changes when you raise a lot of meat. You kind of become desensitized to it. And like even my kids, the way they talk about it, I'm like, guys, that's a life. They're like, we're taking Mama Pig to be processed. And I'm like, Eversoul, that is her life that we are taking from her. And it's like juggling. I think kids just have a black and white way of seeing it, but when you have a processing plant and you have raised a lot of animals, like even in Joel Salatin's model, it feels like anytime you're doing more than like one animal, it becomes a little bit, I don't know. Once you stop naming them, it becomes, just a little bit more. When you're doing things like more than what you personally need, it feels like it becomes a little bit more disconnected. And I had read in National Geographic about some indigenous groups in like the Siberian area, and they were talking about after they would go hunting for whales and other sorts of like marine life, that the whole boat ride back would be in silence as they just like meditated and pondered that animal's life. And I thought that was like a really beautiful custom. And so on the way to Matt's for that like 30-minute drive, I like told the kids, I was like, I'm not gonna talk because I'm gonna be thinking about Mama Pig and just like meditating on what it means that she's going and feeling grateful for the food and just gonna be thinking about that. They tried to break my silence, but they were not successful. That was strong, and they did get it. The older two for sure like got it. After a while, Charlie was like, she's not gonna answer. She's thinking about Mama Pig. And I was like, yeah. So that was like, and that was actually like a really positive, like intentional thing that I hadn't really done before with any of the other pigs. And it felt really good. And I did have like a really beautiful meditation on her life and just remembering moments of like direct interaction with her. You know, we would take kids on the walks in the woods a lot for mushrooms and stuff, and she'll be like following us and the kids are screaming, like running away from her. Just like funny memories like that. Nothing good in here, bud.
Why are there all beads?